Hi guys. So my computer, my signal was going in and out, so I had to actually move. But back to what we were doing. Okay. So now we had to switch machines, of course, technology and me. One day I'll get it right. Um so now because Judah requested and he could not get on because of my signal. So let's see if we can get him on now this way that we straighten that part out. One second. Okay, so I just told him that I moved to a different live. So let's see if he could get on this way. Hopefully this way will work with a different machine. Hey, you always got to have a backup, right? Do. Okay, let's see. We invited you. All right, there we go. Live. All right, you guys. Let's wait. Make sure he can get on since we switched techniques here. And don't mind me if I move around a little bit. So, you guys. Hi, I see that you're watching. You have to request. I kind of just sent it for you. Okay, thank you. Add you. Hey, how you doing? Hey, I'm doing good. How are you? Hey, Saf, I just added you, Judah. What happened? You requested. One second. Did I not answer it? Send another request, Judah, because I could have sworn I said yes. All right. Can you? Approve. How about that? Add. It says there's no answer from you. All right, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to clear your request and just request it again. Since it's saying no answer. All right, now send another request. Hit the sky. We're higher than one second. Okay, cool beans. Now that I got the signal strong. One second, we're trying to get them on. Hi, Kelly. How are you? So how many of you guys are WuTang fans? I don't see another request, Judah. Let's see. I'll add. All right. So we found that so many issues. Hence the reason I'm not a techie, okay?
Yo, peace. What's good?
Hi. Am I got an echo on your side?
Nah, you good?
All right, good. Cool beans. Finally, how are you tonight?
I'm chilling, making traction. Big dummy, I see you, homeboy. Was good? Twist flavor, peace. Lights out, peace, God.
He's not the only one on Friday.
I'm gonna throw my earphones on too, so I could really hear you.
Okay. Now you're sideways, Judah. I say, hey, am I gonna look at you the whole time like that?
Nah, we good.
I can hear you much better too.
Word. Jazzy, what up? I see you.
Hi guys, thanks for joining us. So I had the first time I set it up, I had some questions that people can be interactive, but of course I screwed that up when I had snatched my computer out of the plug and it shut down on me. So guess
Oh,
what? So while I'm pulling that back up, I'll just go this way. It is what it is. You multitasking tonight.
always. I got a computer right here, iPad right here, phone right here, and PlayStation right here. That's what I do. I'm ADHD. What can I say? You know what I mean? I got to be doing something. I can't just sit here.
So one of the questions in the trivia that I had was, where is Judah from? Hmm. Especially with the accent, I know. But how many of you guys know where he's from? Let's give him a second.
I'm gonna,
So,
yeah,
huh?
yeah. Let's get it. I want to see. I want to see this.
Yeah, where they think you from?
Yeah,
So I see a tat on your arm, Judah. What is that?
I got a lot of tats. Which one you talking about? Hey yo, big dummy, you wrong. How you know me for like mad years and you talk about some Brooklyn?
Brooklyn. So wrong. Okay, who else got it? Look, he's screaming at you now. What? Maybe because, you know, you may have lived there for a second.
Nah, I used to always be in Brooklyn. Never lived there. My brother's from and lived in Brooklyn. You know what I mean?
Yeah. All right, Twister. Twist. So is that right?
What twist say?
Yes, Cybertron.
You already know, man. All we grind out, we
Staten
mini
Island.
bind. Y'all already know. But yo, the better question is, where was I born at?
Where were you born at? You always get me with that. Every time I ask you a question, you go, the better question is.
The better question is,
All right, so where were you born at, Judah?
let's find out. Let's see what they say. Chances
Yeah.
you close, but not I wasn't born in, you know what I mean. I wasn't born in Jersey.
Jersey
Lights. I was not born in Jersey.
was not born in Jersey.
Mm.
And you be all over the place, but that accent is undeniable.
Yeah, I'm from Australia. Good day, mate. There we
Yeah.
go. Yo, you partially right. I wasn't born there though. That's where, you know what I'm saying, the you know what I mean, the first place I was sent to as a child. You know what I mean? 'Cause I was like a little wild young boy. So, you know what I mean? Harlem raised me. Staten Island made me. Twist flavor, you already know.
It's at Philly.
Yes, sir.
Philly, Philly.
You know what
You
I
do a
mean?
lot of stuff still in Philly. Hey, Smooth.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yo,
Oh,
Flash, what
whatever,
up?
Angel. So the one on your wrist, what is that? Your left arm, the
On
one
my
that
left.
I keep seeing.
This one
Oh,
right
okay.
here.
So you're reverse. You're reverse. The other side.
I
Yeah.
mean, right there is the Archangel MacLowell. You know what I mean? It's the warrior Archangel. I have a thing with angels. You know what I mean? There's a connection with it. You know what I mean? Further up, you know what I mean? We have Saint Valentine. You know what I mean? Then when I first got out of, you know what I'm saying, the life, quote unquote, you know what I mean? This is the most high Yahweh Shai holding me. You know what I mean, this was my first one. But you know the tattoo design was that of a non-ethnic. I'm gonna say that a non-ethnic being. You know what I'm saying? So it looks like I have Caesar Borgia on my arm. Henceforth, that's why I always keep this arm covered. You know what I mean? And then we
How
got
many do
the
you have?
better question is I have the
Oh,
same.
you're gonna do that to me all night.
Yeah, I am. But I have the same amount of tattoos as the name of the first WuTang Clan album.
So who can give me the first WuTang Clan album? Then another question for y'all. You want to see who did it? I wonder whoever gets the most questions right. What can we give them?
Y'all give him free air. Hey, yo, shout out to my big brother Shogun Assassin from Killer Army. You know what I mean? He's live watching right now. Yo, salute to my big brother right there.
Hey, okay. So Judah, how did
Yep.
you get started anyway?
It all started a twinkle in my father's eye.
Oh, Jesus. You, you know, I'm not even going to go there. So, how did you get started in music?
Now, honestly though, it's a combination of many things. I've been around. Big Dummy got the answer. Smooth Mask got the answer. But you know what I mean. I've been indoctrinated with music. You know what I'm saying. Even from literally from birth though. I mean, my father was a DJ. You know what I mean. My mom was a singer. You know, and my brother is literally Buddha Monk from WuTang Clan. I was influenced. I first got through it through my cousin Mikkel. You know what I mean? He was the first artist that I seen outside of what I was introduced to with the Curtis Blows, um, gospel gangsters. You know what I mean? Um, yeah. So like up front, it was my cousin, and then you know what I mean, Buddha. You know what I mean, Buddha trained me. Buddha taught me. You know what I mean, and I wasn't being honest with you though. I wasn't even concentrating on trying to be a rapper though. Like I was playing professional sports. I was playing I was playing basketball, AAU, high school, college. You know what I mean. I went to the ABA and tore my meniscus disc, and you know what I mean. The mother of my children, my oldest ones was like, yo, you know what? You got to make a decision. You have to, you know, not the demo tape flash. You gotta pick which one you want to do. You doing shows, you know what I'm saying? You're doing shows, you're doing sports, you go to college, you know what I mean? And you got family and everything. So after I told my meniscus this, I was like, yo, I can't get injured being a rapper though. You
Truly,
know what I
you
mean? I could
got
get
a
a paper
longer
cut.
shelf life.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
right. So, do you only listen to hip hop? What other music do you listen to?
that's funny.
No, it's not. It's
Yes, it is.
really
It's funny because
why.
I don't listen to hip hop.
I didn't think so. But what do you listen to?
Um, I mean, I listen to hip hop. You know what I mean? Like, it depends. It depends on my mood, but my everyday, I'm listening to some oldies, man. Some Otis Redding, um, some Etta James. You know what I mean?
Say it with
Sarah,
your
say,
chest.
Sarah Vaughan, some Al Green. You know, some Billy Joel, Billy Idol, Queen. Tina Turner, Tina Marie, Rick James, Michael Jackson, Prince. You know what I mean? Prince is my favorite artist. You know what I mean? As you know, song wise and artistry wise, then Michael Jackson. Yes, I put Prince over Michael. Um, sometimes I'm in the Beatles. Sometimes I'm listening to this Yazoo. You know what I mean? The list goes on. You know,
Hmm.
that's
So
why
a
I
lot
went.
of people would be.
When people get in the
Go
car,
ahead.
when people get in the car with me, you know what I'm saying? I listen to Latin American music too, you know what I mean? I like Selena, you know what I
I
mean?
love
All that,
Latin American music.
but yeah, people get in the car with me, I be riding in the hood, like niggas, I be rolling window down, blast whatever I feel like blasting, like who gonna say something to me? You know what I mean?
Are people generally surprised by your playlist?
I'm saying though, I'm 6'1", 240 something pounds. So and I'm black, you know what I mean? So people be trying to listen, you know what I'm saying? Be like,
So
damn,
yeah. So yeah.
you know what I mean? Yeah, they do that, but hey, you know what I mean? It's my choice. It's my choice. It's my choice of music. You know what I mean? It's what soothes me. It's what you know what I'm saying. What keeps me balanced. Yes, I chose Prince over Michael. And like if you want to ask why, Michael Jackson been in the game longer than what Prince have. But when we talk about artistry, as for songwriting, you know what I'm saying, producing, um, even like Michael Jackson had him on dancing. You know what I mean? But Prince had, you know what I'm saying? Prince had it over Michael. You know what I mean? Look how many artists outside of himself that Prince put on. Name one artist that Michael Jackson put on and made them stars. Don't worry, I'll wait. Right,
So what
right.
about the business aspect of it? Who you think was a better businessman, Michael or Prince?
I think they about the same.
Hmm.
Actually, no. You know what? I gotta get at the Prince because the one thing that Prince did, like when regarding to changing his name, he didn't fall to the category of letting what I'm saying the machine control him. He controlled the machine. Once he changed his name, they could put out records and everything, and he was still getting his royalties and getting his publishing. You know what I mean? But it was untouchable until, you know what I mean, and he changed his name back to when, you know what I'm saying, like the contracts and stuff was over. And once the contracts was over, he already had things in place, whereas though he had 100% ownership of everything. Michael Jackson didn't own everything. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
like right now, like you can't really go to YouTube, Spotify, and anything. You know what I mean? And download some Prince stuff. Like you really got to search, even just for that Purple Rain album. You know what I mean? Even if you try to go YouTube to MP3 and whatnot, you're going to get taxed. You're going to have a band on it, but you can get whatever catalog of Michael Jackson's that you want. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So as far as business, what's your next move?
I mean, I got a lot going on. Yo, salute to the Queen, Diamond P. She just tuned in. You know what I mean? Straight from the ATL. Businessly, I'm mainly focusing on business right now more than the music. You know what I mean? I'm venturing into some things. You know, shout out to my team, 144,000 Chosen Few. We the crew, wings up, fours up. You know what I mean? Businessly, I have my album coming out under Hands On Music. You know what I'm saying? 144. We we actually working on a project in the EP right now. It's actually completed. You know, I have the Hive, which is a bunch of artists that I feel as though don't get enough recognition. That I'm putting together right now. Me and Shogun teaming up on some things. But outside of that, I expanded the brand not with just music. We doing 144 films. We doing 144 straight merch. Hopefully, shout out to my brother Mark Mills. You know what I mean, who handles all the merchandising. You know what I mean, once things, I'm putting in a plan that hopefully we can add a store, even if we just start off small, you know what I mean? I got 144 production team along with 144,000 chosen few models. So, I'm just really, really like setting up subdivisions for the main divisions, you know what I mean? So, shout out to Sarcastic, you know what I mean? She tuned in right now too. Um, Also, you know what I mean? It's like, I've been doing for like the last like 2 years, I've been doing movies and everything. So I got an upcoming movie coming out on Netflix, entitled The Account with my brother Mike Massive. Hellraiser from Sons of Man just dropped his documentary, so hopefully that'll be hitting either the screens. We had the viewing at the Johnson Theater in Harlem. The documentary is amazing. You know what I mean? 20 years of footage with him, you know what I mean, before the aneurysm and his recovery from the aneurysm and his standpoint today. And literally, I'm about to go to St. Louis in a couple of weeks and film a movie called Fangs. You know what I mean? So, yeah, businessly, like, I'm also writing a book, too. So, yeah, I
Yeah.
got my.
So
I got my hands
you
in
want
a
to
lot
go
of
into
things.
that? See,
Yeah,
because a
why?
lot of people don't know you're very like philosophical. You're very analytical. How
In
about that?
order. See, here's the thing, no, because that would be philosophical. But here's the thing, man. We live in a world of stereotypes. You know what I'm saying? So again, me being 6'1", two something, a black man, like we live in a stereotype where as though like we don't, I can't do anything. I'm only good for rapping. I'm only good for playing basketball or sports. You know what I mean? But a well-educated black man doesn't have to even speak, you know what I'm saying, to be understood. You know what I mean? We live by the ways of examples. You know what I mean? So yeah, so very like even I had a non-ethnic person, stereotype me where you just thought that I was a hood dude because I got an accent and I talk with slang. But when it comes down to it, you believe in what you believe in as far as your higher power. But when I start telling you things about your higher power that you don't believe, you're shocked. You know what I'm saying? Being able to speak with power, being able to speak with intelligence that nobody ever understood, you know what I mean, about you. You know what I mean? Because they never had the chance to actually get to know you for you. Only a chosen few, literally. You know what I'm saying? Will really
Yeah.
understand that. People stereotype it to the point where as though they just see a hard exterior. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
And I talk with power, I talk with aggression, but those who's close to me will be like, yo, he's silly as hell. I'm a big
Yeah.
goofball. I'm a big goofball. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like nobody really understands that except like for those who's close to me. And I actually like it that way. I like being stereotyped because when I'm able to prove you know what I'm saying, you wrong or what you think that you know because it's based on an opinion and it's not factual.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? I have a field day with it because I'm a born douchebag too. I like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, like
So,
I
I
thrive off
mean,
of things like that.
I agree with you 100%. People are going to think what they're going to think about you, especially if they only get snapshots and little clips of you in certain situations. But you read a lot. You think that makes you a better, I know it makes you a better business person and artist. But what type of things do you read? So, yeah,
Are we there?
my, can you see me? There we
Yeah, but
go.
you frozen right now. Ah, there you go.
No,
I
there I am.
mean,
Sorry.
so like literally like right now I'm in college. You know what I mean? So I go to Full
Okay.
Sail. I'm studying. You know what I'm saying? What's I feel as though I need for my business, you know what I'm saying, and my career for the next stage, you know what I mean? Something that I wish I would have took advantage of when I was younger, but I made earlier in my career, I majored in something different, you know what I mean, because of my work life, you know what I mean? I work in a group home. So right now I'm reading a bunch of audio books, but you know personal reading though, you know what I mean? Like you know, we discussed before. You know, from Babylon to Timbuktu, Valley of the Dry Bones, The Greater Keys of Solomon, Divine Revelation of Hell. Um, I mean, I read the Bible and I've read that back and forth like 1,000 times. The Quran, you know what I mean? The man, the 5% Nation book. I just like knowledge. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
There's
a lot of
no,
the things you read is based in religious or biblical type of things.
yeah, it's not really. I ain't gonna say religious. Is really. I'm gonna be honest with you. There is some things outside of like antichrist, like anti-hate type things when it comes to
Hmm.
spirituality. When you do the necessary research, like the in-depth research, you will really understand that nobody's wrong. You know what I'm saying? Not all knowledge is always based on perception and and how the knowledge is received, but it's how you apply it to your life based off of that perception. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
But no, nobody's absolutely wrong. We as a community, we as a people, we as a nation and a civilization, we get so caught up into the divinity of things. You know what I mean? We're so divided to prove who's right and who's wrong.
who's wrong?
But
Yep.
but when we, you know, and me and you had the side conversation before, whereas though like I don't get in debates, I'ma hear you out. But if you say something that intrigues me, that I feel as though like that I could take that, I can apply that to life, then who's to say that you're wrong?
Yeah,
I made something. I mean, like though biblically it says that, you know what I'm saying, we say things and we do things that plants a small seed. You know what I mean? But that seed is either gonna be the negative or the positive. It depends on what seed that you willing to plant, you know what I mean? But what happens to a seed? You know what I mean? It evolves, it grows. But
yeah.
it's
If you
only
water it right.
it's,
Hmm.
that's what I was getting to. How you water that seed, you know what I'm saying, depends on what you want to on what you want to get and what you're going to become. There is no right or wrong answer. We so caught up of what, you know what I'm saying, Jesus, you know what I mean, is. And I say Jesus like this because when you do your basic research, there was no such word as Jesus. You know what I'm saying? We had to
Hmm.
call it by his proper name, his Aramaic name, his Hebrew name. You know what I'm saying? Was Yeshua, Yahweh. You know what I mean? But we so Americanized into our quote unquote doctrines, whereas though we put something in place that never was. There was no J in the original alphabet. So how do you get
And we
Jesus?
don't question. We just follow. A lot of us have gotten into the habits of not even going and doing our own research.
I mean, yo, here's the greatest thing. Here's the greatest thing. And I don't know if I'm not misquoting it, but here's the greatest thing that I learned was it is like, you know, with Islam, and I you know I study a lot of Islam too, but to find out, like, you know, for years when before Malcolm Little became Malcolm X, you know what I mean, he gained the knowledge off of what was given to him as far as, you know, being Islamic, right? But nobody paid attention to that Spike Lee movie where they showcased that he was truly enlightened when he took his first pilgrimage. You know what I mean, and see what it really was like over where Islam was you know what I'm saying was birthed at. You know what I mean? Because there's a difference. There's a difference than what America gives you. You know, like, and
Yeah,
I don't question just Islamics or Christians. Like I don't have no pick. You know what I mean? But even with Christianity, you know what I'm saying? Like how many people understand what the word Christian and Christianity means? You know what I mean? How many people really
the
adopted
roots.
it? And I'm not a Bible hater. And you know what I mean? Again, like whatever you feel as though that you, as far
Yeah,
as a higher power that you have to follow, if it works for you, it works for you. But you know what I'm saying? Just like you know what I mean, non-ethnics. You know what I'm saying? Say nigger. You know what I mean?
hmm,
And nowadays, as black peoples, as ethnics, third world country, you know what I mean, kinfolks, we took that word and adapted it. This is not the first time that we took something and adapted it. You
and
know what I mean?
changed it. Yeah.
Right. Christian,
Hmm.
the word Christian, the word Christian was literally used as a derogatory remark. And if anybody want to challenge that, no, please go to the Bible dictionary. It has been changed up to date to get away from the derogatory. But that's what when I was 15 years old, that was the one thing that I highlighted. That is the one thing that I took a picture of with a Polaroid. It's the one thing that I had hanging because we go to a church every Sunday,
Hmm.
but they want us to learn. They don't want us to question, but they want us to learn. You know what I
Follow
mean?
without question.
But we never ever ask an in-depth question because we are playing with our life. And you know what I'm saying, this is something that you know what I mean, we learn this form of spirituality, you know what I mean, but we don't question. And it don't go just for Christians. It don't go for just for Islamics. It don't go for Hindus or any of that. It literally goes for everybody because we not only are we learning, but we are teaching our children. And when our children get older, you know what I'm saying, in whatever way that we teach them, we hope that it stays there. But they're going to grow into their own. They might make a choice to go somewhere else because that's suitable for them. But whatever they
Based
learn,
on their perceptions.
right.
Yep.
But see, the one thing biblically it says that, you know what I'm saying, that be careful with the things that you preach because the blood is on your hands. You know what I'm saying? So if you teach the wrong thing, if somebody follows your lead, you know what I mean, and you taught them wrong,
It's on you.
it's on you. You know what I'm saying? So here's the
Teachers get
case of
judged higher. Teachers have one of the most, they're judged the highest.
but
One
here's
of the
the
things that's judged the highest. Go
but
ahead.
here's the main thing. How we know that we being taught correct if we don't question, if we don't challenge, if we don't study? How
But
do
you
you
don't know.
right? So what? So case in point. You know what I'm saying? I don't really don't want to spend too much time on it because I know we're gonna start getting the oh God, he is a nah. It's not that. You know what I'm saying? I'm just want to intrigue people's minds to not just follow. You know what I'm saying? Dig deeper. You know what I mean? So here's the thing. Me and you already had the dinosaur and Adam and Eve. I don't even want to get into that right now. Shout out to my big
No,
brother, Big
no.
City. You know what I'm saying? But here's the thing though. How many times has the Bible been written over from the original context? You see what I'm saying?
Hundreds.
Now,
Hmm.
but even now the papyrus paper of notes that they took for the Bible was from a scribe that followed the Most High. I'm not gonna call him Jesus. All right, from the Most High Yahweh Shah, right? But again, just because I mean, the Most High is, you know, what I'm saying that Yeshua is teaching, it is up to the person who is writing. It's his perception of what he says. You know what I mean? And then we
Hmm.
go all the way up to the Council of Niceta when you know what I'm saying, the Roman Catholics and everybody start taking and putting, you know what I'm saying, what they wanted in the Bible, taking out to leave out because the Bible was a big puzzle. You know what I mean? And that was another form of mental manipulation, a spiritual manipulation. So again, if blood is on our hands, these are the things that we are teaching. You know what I mean? How do we know that we're teaching the you know what I'm saying, the right thing?
The correct stuff. The
You know what I'm
right stuff.
saying?
Yeah.
Now here's the thing though. In order to get the true answer, you have to have a relationship with the Most High. You know what I'm saying? If or whoever you choose to, you have to have that relationship because it's faith based and whatnot. But we can't allow the Bible, like the Bible context and quotes that comes from the Bible, can be manipulated in many shapes and forms. Henceforth, look at what Hitler did with the Holocaust. The whole thing was built off of the Bible.
The Bible.
So it
Hmm.
can be used for good and bad. So we have to be careful, you know what I'm saying, and not just accept what is being told. You know what I mean? We have to go
That's that
back and
perception
study.
thing again, though, Judah.
Right, but we have to go back and we have to study, you know what I'm saying? We got to first hold ourselves accountable for, you know what I'm saying, for what we allow into us. You know what I mean? We can't just automatically accept it. We have to go back, we have to research. We have to be careful because we're not only playing, you know what I'm saying, with our souls, you know what I'm saying, but we are playing with other people's souls. And I'm not hating on Christianity. I don't want nobody to get that. I'm not hating on Islam. If
Yeah,
it
you don't
works
want
for
no
you,
messages
it
like,
works.
hey.
It works for you. I mean, yo, regardless, if people want to hit me up about, I mean, everything that I say, then I mean, yo, feel free. I'm not going to debate. I'm not going to argue. But let's get to a point because if you know what I'm saying, if what I'm saying really intrigues you, and it opens up dialogue. I tell people all the time, feel free. If you feel as though I'm wrong, tell me while I'm wrong. Because if you tell me while I'm wrong and I can agree, then I can apply it to life and whatnot, and it's going to change my stance. But guess what? That's a two-way street. Let's get the dialogue. See, I like people always talk about something like, "Oh, he's a rapper." Nah, I'm not. I'm not a rapper. You know what I'm saying? I'm an educator first and
That's just
foremost.
something you do.
Yeah, like this is just something that
Yeah.
you know what I mean? I'm not even gonna say it's a hobby because it's been a career, but this is something that allows me to spread my thoughts, my feelings, my emotions into the masses. I love
So do
dialogue.
so do a lot of your music and a lot of the things that you do, is it based on this belief? Are you like
Yes,
led by it?
yes.
Okay.
So here's the thing, man. Like starting off being young, you know what I mean? Hood, selling drugs, doing all that, you know what I mean? Then I was like, yo, I had got locked up. You know what I mean? And I was like, I needed a change. As I made the change, I went actually with the church with my mom. I'm like dumb young. You know what I mean? And I'm like, yo, I see somebody rapping. And I was like, y'all could do that. But I didn't know it was a difference. You know what I mean? So
Mhm.
I studied that and you know what I mean? I never was the one who'd be like, yo, I'm a Christian rapper. Nah. Why are we putting a
Yeah.
label on it? You know what I mean? I'm just led by the spirit to say what I say. You know what I mean? You can't label words. You can't label your feelings and emotions. A message is a message. You know what I
But
mean?
don't you
But
think words are powerful?
very very much. But being labeled to it only classifies you to a small significant branch. So if I say that
That
I'm a Christian,
stereotype. Hmm.
exactly. So if you say, well, he a Christian hip hop artist, I'm in the back of the store. You know what I mean? Even like my brother Big City is on here. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? He a Christian hip hop artist. You know what I mean? I still build with him. You know what I mean? Still do music with him. That's my brother. This is, you know what I mean, the godfather to my son. You know what I mean? But me
Hmm.
myself, I never wanted to be locked down or just labeled. My word is my word. I stand by what I say. I stand by what I believe in. You know what I mean? And that don't just go for music. That's just my form of life, man. I don't want to be classified. I'm just like the Most High said, I am who I am. You know what I mean? And I am as an example and a reflection, you know what I mean, of what the Most High made me to be. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So even with right now, like like I got songs and stuff, but I make it my standpoint. I'm not killing nobody in this. I'm not going to talk about I'm drinking. I got this song, Boom, the strip club song. Be honest with you, when I wrote that, I didn't even want to do it. But my people was like, oh, you need one for the clubs. I was like, all right, it was a struggle. You know what I mean? But here's the thing. If I'm a cannibal in one way, I'm a cannibal in another. I'd rather be a part of the solution to continuously
Then
be
a
a burden
problem.
or be a part of the problem. And that's the thing with a lot of hip hop artists. It's the thing with a lot of individuals. We don't understand that the words that we speak, you know what I'm saying, especially to young impressionable minds, we don't understand that we literally because we have a stage. You know what I mean? We have a platform. We are part of an industry or part of a culture. You know what I mean? That when we say things, the masses hit it, will literally get it. We are responsible. So like, I'm not waiting. I'm not waiting for the next Trayvon Martin. I'm speaking about it now. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? I'm like yo, like I said, yeah, I rap, I do hip hop, I do all that. You know what I mean? I do motivational speaking. You know what I mean? But the most important thing that I do is I educate young minds, not only through music but through my everyday life. With my, I have a job. I'm not ashamed to admit that I work. You know what I mean? I got kids to raise. Hip hop don't pay money like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm in the community.
And
I have a nonprofit organization where as though that we passing out blankets and clothing to women, to abused and battered women in shelters, to young children in shelters. Like so now, hip hop is for me is just something that I do. It's just a platform for me to get, you know what I'm saying, a broader message across. And it's not even a message that's being spoken. It's a message that I'm gonna lead by example.
example. Yeah, and
Hmm.
I know you were giving artists, young upcoming artists, that same message um at the awards a couple of
Hmm.
weeks ago about, doing stuff positive for the community, that how you're being watched, and also gotta hustle. If you gotta, feed your kids and pay the bills, you gotta do what you gotta do.
Word,
So
like
do
you know,
you tell other?
I built with those artists too. Like I
Mhm.
like that wasn't just a one time thing.
Yeah.
Ash the artist and Lonzo, Kato Fritz and everybody that performed at the award show.
Hmm.
Even the night before when I was in Renton, I had a show the night before and I met artists. So it's not like I'm just talking to y'all while y'all there. You know what I mean? Look, I
Yeah.
may not be Jay-Z. I may not be Lil Wayne. I may not be whoever y'all quote unquote is the top artist. Be honest, you know what I'm saying? When y'all was there, you know what I mean? Like, and I ain't like I back everything I say. Yo, Jack Dilla was there, B Way was there. I'm not dumb. I'm not dumb. I am Judah, but the one thing people want to get from Judah is a real reality of a real individual. You see what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Like, nah, you know,
Exactly.
I'm gonna be amongst the people. I'm gonna be with the artists, and I'm gonna show them like, yo, I'm supporting y'all right here, no matter what my platform is. You know what I mean? Because I can speak words and everything, but words is only words. Just like with the word love. The word love is just a word, is an action word. But unless you put action behind that word, then it's just a plain word.
It means
So
nothing. Yeah.
I could tell artists like, yo, this is what you need to do. This is how you could do it. You know what I mean? But when I can show them that I could put action behind everything that I'm speaking of, and you can be successful, you know what I mean? Then it is what it is. So now I don't wait for them to hit me. Yo, Ash, how you feeling? How's your day going? Yo, Lonzo, what's good with you, G? You know what I mean? Fritz, how you feeling?
You talented artist.
You know, man, my nose itching. You know what I mean? Like it is what it is. Like,
You good.
shoot, I even be playing PlayStation 4 with these dudes online. You know what I mean?
PlayStation 4. PlayStation over Xbox.
Don't you wait? Well, I'm about to post on Instagram, and then you tell me.
All right. Well, so do you think that a young up and coming artist today think that they have to follow a certain type of formula? Or I know you were talking about mumble rap
I don't got
before.
a problem with mumble. I don't got a problem with mumble rappers. Honestly, I don't. I don't.
So what is that for people who don't know?
It's for. I mean, it's people who don't understand. You know what I'm
It's
saying?
hard to understand.
Hey, yo, Twist, you can say what you want to say, but you was just in the car playing one of the first mumble rappers. Don't get me started on Busta Rhymes. Don't get me started on Bone Thugs and Harmony. Don't get me started on Twister. Like, yo, we can really do this. Cause y'all talk about mumble rappers, and I had this argument with Supreme the Resurrector all the time. You know what I mean? Shout out to my brother. Yo, mumble rap didn't just start. You know what I'm saying? Anything that you can't understand, then
It's
it's
called rap.
mumble. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like, yo,
you
you watch.
started something though when you said Buster. You were about to start.
Nah, like,
And
cause yo, let's be no. I challenge people all the time. The old Buster when he was with leaders in the new school, all right, yeah, I get it. You know what I mean? But Buster, when he came out with "Put Your Hands Where My Eyes Can See," you know what I mean? He came out with "Dangerous." He started doing stuff with DJ Khaled. Tell me exactly what he says without looking on Google.
okay.
Tell me
And
anything.
then he's
Tell me anything that Bone Thugs and Harmony ever said. I do you one
I
better.
couldn't do that.
They and those is from the '90s, the golden era, if I'm correct. You know what I'm saying? I know I'm correct,
Yeah, I love the
right?
90s. Yep.
But
Hmm.
watch this. Let's take it back to mid to end '80s and whatnot. What's Jazzo? The one who put
Love
Jay
you,
Z
Leslie.
on. The one who put Jay-Z on. What is Jazzo? There's a video right now from I forgot what DJ it is, but the song is called 60 Second Assassins, right? It's Twista, Busta Rhymes, Lazy Bones, and Jazzo. And they all rap fast. You can hardly understand what they say. Tell me that's not mumble rap. If you take those artists with the way that they rapped back then and put them in today's genre, what are they?
Okay, wait a minute though, Judah. Rapping fast is not always necessarily mumble. Just
Can you
because you
can
can't
you understand them?
catch it,
Can you understand them?
some of them because they just speak fast. Now, mumble rap to me is just like I don't even know if they saying real words. Okay.
Can't do it. If you don't understand it, then it's mumble rap. If you take Buster, Twister, Jazz, anybody from Bone Thugs and Harmony, and put them in today's genre, they I'm
Okay.
not even going to curse on here, but they mumble rappers. Designer, listen, let me tell you something. Quote unquote mumble rapper, right? I like Designer. I like Designer. He set a trend. The only artist to do it. And if people didn't understand what they were saying, you know, what he was saying on Panda, then you ain't paying attention. You know what I
It's
mean?
derogatory.
Yo,
He said,
don't listen to Twist. He got a vodka in his hand right now. Listen, yo, like literally, nobody like see here we go with the brainwashing, right? The day before, the day before this man graduated high school, right? He had a number one hit song on the radio on billboards independently. He graduated high school. He's been signed to good music for 2 years, put out an album and a mixtape, and nobody paid the you know what I'm saying, no attention until he did Panda. And the song is repetitive. It's only 8 bars. The same 8 bars that is in the verse is the same 8 bars that is in the chorus. It's the same 8 bars that is in the bridge. Other than Panda, 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 Panda.
what is
Watch
that
this.
about though?
You gotta understand it though. It's her. It's her. See, here's another thing. People only messed around on it. You know what I'm saying? Because they thought he was from the South, but he ain't from the South. He's from Brooklyn. Right. Just like everybody think
So,
Waka. Just like everybody think Waka Flocka from Atlanta, from Queens. Stop playing. You see what I'm saying? But nobody understood what he was saying. But see, and this is the thing though. So for Twist, man, yo, stop posting for a minute. Yo, get the knowledge, God. Cause I'm gonna school you. I'm gonna school you on something, right? And it's a two-parter. And I get real. I get real. You know what I'm saying? Livid with this. Like so, if I start speaking with power, like you'll understand because I'm really indoctrinated in it. All right, I got a 20-year-old daughter. She got in my car one day put Nicki Minaj on. Now I remember Nicki. I know Nicki for before she was Nicki Minaj. You know what I mean? Working at Red Lobster and all that, and being out in Queens and all that. You know what I mean? But watch this though, right? The day my daughter came in the car, I had a realization. Not that I'm getting older and my daughter's damn near grown. My daughter put on a song called Truffle Butter, and I completely went to my radio and turned that off. For one, what the hell you know about truffle butter? Two, you're not going to disrespect me in my car by letting me know that you listening to this right now. You know, are you having sex? Like that's how I was asking, right? But after I did it, you know what I mean, I'm driving on the highway. I had to think. Same thing that my
oh my
mom.
goodness, the song Truffle Butter just came on my TV. That's so
See,
ironic. But go ahead.
but I had to think about it. This is the same thing my mom did, right? So let's start talking about generational curses of being able to not bridge a gap. There was rock and roll, right? And there was funk. And then all of a sudden, there's this thing called hip hop. Funk hated rock and roll. Rock and roll hated funk, but they both hated hip hop. Why? Because
Hip hop.
it's something new, right? They didn't agree with it. They didn't like the sound. They didn't like how people was being rhythmic and all that. Hip Hop the hippie to the hippie to the hip hip hopper. You don't stop the rocket to the bang bang boogie. The up jump the boogie to the. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying? They had a problem with that. A couple years later, my Adidas,
With
right?
Run DMC. Mhm.
Hold up, but even right before that though, you know what I'm saying? You had Curtis Blow. You
Mhm.
see what I'm saying? Did you ever notice that everybody had a problem with what was new coming out, even in the
Yeah.
same genre? Watch this. Run DMC, all them start beefing. They're having problems with the newer artists. You know what I mean? The poor righteous teachers, the X clans. They're like, what is this militant black power BS? Why are we going here? What is the revolution? I thought it was not going to be televised, right?
Yeah.
Everybody, WuTang came out. Everybody loved WuTang. They had a problem of people. Let me not jump ahead. You had NWA. What the blah 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 is this, right?
Mhm.
NWA was classified as gangster rap music. So was Ice-T. Has
Mhm.
anybody ever really paid attention to the things that they really were saying? The real life matters that make what hip hop is supposed to be, the voice of the people, right?
Mhm.
But they classified it. Then that generation hated on the next generation. Then that generation hated on the next generation. Who, like, really, when Nelly came out, who was like, yo, I'm rocking with Nelly? Everybody hated Nelly. What is this singing dude? And now Supreme is in there.
Except for my stepfather.
How come Supreme always end up on end up on lives when I'm talking about mumble rappers? That's funny. I don't even want to see his comments. But here's the thing. It's a generational curse. Each generation hates the next generation. And then we talk about, and here's the thing. To get respect, you have to give respect.
Yep.
So we wild out as OGs. We wild out against these youngins because we feel
Yep.
as though they not paying their dues. You know what I'm saying? If it wasn't for us, you wouldn't be able to do what you do. You know what I mean? But yo, we the ones talk about yo. That's trash. That's trash. What about artistic view? What about their everyday life? And see, we classify what is hip hop. We put people in positions where they don't even belong. Like Little Uzi Vert does not belong in hip hop. His favorite artist is Marilyn Manson. He just happens to rap, but he likes rock and roll. Listen to his music. We have to stop putting people in places. You know what I'm saying? But
We
watch
learn through
this.
classification, though. Even as
Well,
early as kindergarten, you learn to
I like,
classify.
and I'm glad that you said that. This is gonna bring me to my next point.
Okay.
If these artists is not classify themselves as such, then why the hell we placing them there?
So he didn't classify himself as hip hop.
None of Little Uzi Vert, Yachty, you know what I'm saying? Migos, none of them. They never said that I'm hip hop. They all said, yo, I'm a rock star. I'm a superstar. Uzi Vert was on Ebro's show, and he's like, oh, so you a rock star. And they thought he was just being an egotistical douche, right? But he's like, yo, I'm not a rapper. You know, he's not like I'm not hip hop. I'm a rapper. I like this. I like that. He's like, yo, I'm gonna throw on this RoboCop beat by Kanye West. I want you to kill it, and he couldn't do it. He couldn't do it not because you know what I mean he's not a lyricist. This ain't his lane. We tried to put him in that lane. We did that.
Artistic expression.
We did that.
So whichever comes out, however artistically you want to express yourself.
Last point. Last point. What we as older statesmen and women, what we grew up on it because it, you know what I'm saying? It's what it entangled us at that time, right? We like what we like. But now we older and wiser. We can't get jiggy with what's new. But why we can't get it? Our kids can relate because it's their time, it's the message for them. But we can't relate because we're older and more civilized.
Yeah.
So why do we hate on something that we have nothing, we don't even need to be a part of that.
Yeah, true. So I mean, I guess to each his own. I listen to current day stuff and I listen to old school stuff. But I guess it just depends on your profession. But I can see in general most people hate on it.
Yeah, like I don't got no problem with it. You know what I mean? Like, listen, like, yo, love is love. You know what I mean? Your form of expression is your form of expression. Who am I to judge you based on what's actually your reality and what you wake up and walk out your doors and see and witness every day? How you choose to live. Who am I to judge that? Who is anybody to judge that? They're not saying we hip hop. See, hip hop was Monie Love, Queen Latifah. You know what I mean? Ladies first, women's liberation, self destruction when everybody came together. You know what I mean? Poor righteous teachers will rock this funky joint, shooting out knowledge. Big Daddy came before he was butt ass naked on the album cover, giving out lessons. The X Clan being militant. That's what hip hop is. Hip hop was always the form of expression to present a message to allow people to understand that you are not alone, that we have been through this and we are speaking up on these current events. Now, rap is something different. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, rap, yo, you can rap about anything. You know what I mean? There's a hole in the wall. You know what I mean? Fat lady fell on the floor. You know what I mean? I got my drinks, I got my cups. Shit, that don't make sense. You know what I mean? That's rap. But we have to stop, yo, like old heads, OGs, you know what I'm saying, whatever you want to be called at the time. Yo, stop classing, stop putting people in the positions that they don't even belong in that lane. We do that.
So do you classify yourself?
Nah. What am I classify myself as? I'm a
I mean, you see
philosopher.
me shaking
I'm
my
a
head,
teacher.
nah, but I had to ask.
I'm a philosopher. I'm a teacher. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Hey, yo, hey, Preem, man, like, yo, please don't get me wilding out you know what I'm saying, on here, man. Talk about the CNN of the ghetto. You know what I mean? Don't get me wilding out on here, son. Nah, like, I told you, I don't go by labels. You know what I mean? I don't go by,
Hey, Missy.
people can't classify me because you never know what you're going to get from me. One day I might be Black Power, and the next day I might be jumping off of a roof with a super soaker and some putty string. You know what I mean? You never know what you're going to get with me. You know what I
Wait, what?
mean?
Super soaker and some putty string. So
Yo,
you think it's okay for people to change their perspective? Because I know a lot of times people get in trouble because people pull up like stuff they said 10 years ago. I always say people can evolve and grow. So you think it's okay?
man, you really trying to get me to start cussing. I'm trying to be polite. Listen, listen.
I
At the end of
mean,
the
Judah, you can
at
cuss
the
if you need to.
a word, I can. Don't
Yes,
tell me that. You gave
yes.
me the go. You giving me the go ahead.
I'm giving you to go ahead because I know it's hard for
So,
you.
oh, it's very hard for me. So understand this shit
Okay, go
though.
ahead.
Understand this shit though, right? Who the fuck is anybody to judge and bring us some shit from the past or somebody else, but you are scared to kick open the fucking door to bring out your own skeletons? See, people always tend to hide behind somebody else's shit and not pull their shit out themselves.
True, true. They always act like that shit don't stink.
Literally. Literally.
Hmm.
Can't nobody in this world say they never did no ill will shit. Half of these, that's why now you want to go on church based shit. Like, yo, that's why when people, when case in point, I don't, if I go to church, I'm not dressing up with a suit and tie, I go on just like this. I wear what I want to wear, you know what I'm saying? Because it ain't about the clothes I wear, it's about the message I'm trying to receive. You know what I'm saying? But people judge me based on how I look, how I talk, and whatnot. If somebody actually brought me to the altar, talk about you don't gotta continue this life that you live, that's how I know you full of shit and not full of God. Because I'm very educated. Literally, if you was paying attention the last time I was here, you would have seen me that I actually had a small sermon at that point in time where you know what I'm saying? So just because, you know what I'm saying, my life ain't in these four corners of the wall, because this is just a building. This ain't no church. The church is inside us. The church is
It's in
in our
us.
hearts
We are the
and our
church.
minds. So who the fuck is y'all to judge, you know what I'm saying, what you think that my life is? That is some selfish, egotistical bullshit with people. So
So
so go ahead.
somebody asked me today, why do you leave in a church? And one of my responses was because it's full of hypocrites. People are judging the people that are come in.
But let me ask you a question though. This is good. And no, I've been challenging that thing since that topic since I was 10, right?
Okay.
What do you got in place that the you know what I'm saying, that the youth can relate to, other than shouting and screaming and hollering in the pulpit? What kind of
Most churches don't.
What's your yo? Let's understand. Christian hip hop literally just was allowed. Cross movement been doing it for years, and people hated on it. Lecrae couldn't even like if it wasn't for what Cross Movement did, Raiders of the Lost, Big Cities, me, or anybody else, T.Y.'s, Jafia Life's, you know what I mean, Zion's and all them. Yes, I know Christian hip hop artists and everything. If it wasn't for them doors, like Christian hip hop is still not even accepted in all churches, which
Lecrae
is
got in trouble by the people because he's a Christian artist, but he did a song that wasn't Christian. So that's that classification thing again.
classification. That's a bunch of hypocrisy.
Hmm.
Because there's a lot of people who stripping on Saturday and praise dancing on Sunday morning.
Indeed, they come to church hungover.
Hallelujah. This is the shit that I be talking about. So if a person is pulling somebody else's skeletons out the closet, even if it was from 10 years ago, what about your shit? There's a reason why you divorced. How many times you cheated on your husband? You see what I'm saying? Like, yo, people is addicted to porn. You don't bring that out. You ain't putting your business out, but yo, people is too goosey gossipy, you know what I'm saying, to put and wanting to put somebody else's, you know what I'm saying, sins or things that they done in the past to bury and to hide your own thing. Like they literally got
Yeah.
a man from the LGBTQ community. I'm not gays anymore. I don't like men's. I like women's.
Stop.
I'm serious.
But yeah. And then they sit in the back and gossip and talk and everything else in the middle of church.
But then you don't want him to sing in the choir because he played the tambourines. Oh, fuck out of here with that, yo. Hypocrites, man. Hypocrites. And I ain't just talking about church people, man. Everybody do it, man. Everybody sit up here and be gossiping. You know what I mean? Oh, I'm the realest person. No, the fuck you ain't, yo. You was just talking about Sister Marie wearing her booty shorts out while she was watering her lawn. You know what I mean? Looking like Miss Parker. You know what I mean? People, see, this is the problem, especially like, yo, if you ever thinking about it, this is our culture. Yo, how is it that the Arabs, the Jews, the you know what I'm saying, everybody else can stay, no matter what the BS is, they stay united. But when it comes to us, we divided as hell. We divided.
Yeah, definitely.
But why? But
Why do you think that is?
this is how we was trained. We was trained divinity.
Hmm.
Because see, and let's break the stereotype, man. We was not kidnapped and sold into slavery. No, we was given into slavery for one. And slavery wasn't the shackles, you know what I'm saying, and the whips of change. That was the punishment and the torture. The slavery was the mental state. So once your mind was broken, once we went from we shall overcome to gin and juice, it was a wrap. After yeah, Willie Lynch, you know what I'm saying? After civil rights, you know what I mean? What happened? We had the Black Panthers, we had the Black Pea Stone Rangers, you know what I mean? They broke us. They broke us. Where did we go wrong? Where did we divide? Where did we go from right here to right here? We
So how
did
do you
it.
go back?
You
Because that's the
here.
conversation now, and people have so many different opinions.
You can't at all. You can't. Like real talk. We can't go back because we don't know how to go back, and we don't know how to go back because we don't know ourselves. That's the one thing about mathematics. Knowing who you truly are. Once we understand, yo, once we, you know what I'm saying, lost our heritage and we lost our identity, we lost ourselves. We forgot who we was. When we start literally think about the chain, like quote unquote slavery, right? Our children was taken from the mothers. The mothers was separated from the husbands. Now we got broken
Hmm.
homes, which is the same thing. You know what I mean? Absentee
Yeah,
fathers. Like you follow me? We don't know. We can't go back because we really don't know who we are.
that's
We
all
don't
we
know.
know.
But let me ask you a question, right? When you know yourself, no matter what anybody else say about you, right? That is only an opinion. It's only an opinion. But until you take what they said and apply it to your life and you give it life, now it's a fact. How many
It's that
people?
seed. If you don't water it, then it doesn't. Then you just brush it off.
So how many people actually sit down and research their heritage?
Not many.
Right. Even being Israel, you know what I mean? And I say I'm from the tribe of Judah, but how do I know that I'm from there? How do I retrace my footsteps? You know what I mean? I got to go back, you know what I'm saying, decades, years, and millenniums, you know what I mean, just to understand from a brief standpoint of where we truly are. But we was separated.
Yeah.
We lost
Most people
ourselves.
don't even know their great grandparents. They don't
Most
even know their great
most
grandparents'
people don't even,
names.
most people grow up as African American and don't even understand that they're not even full blooded.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So I mean,
Like
it's just
people,
a problem. But
like I look African American as hell. I'm black. Well, technically I'm brown. I don't even understand why people we call black people. I'm brown. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? But
Your shirt black.
right, yeah, my shirt black though. But literally, like how many people understand that I'm part Cherokee? You know what I'm saying? How many people, you know what I mean, know that I'm part Pan American?
Well, most people are mixed with something, and that's why I don't understand why people hate on so many different races. When if they actually trace their heritage, they'd find that same race in their bloodline.
See, here's the thing. If I go fill out a job application right now, no, 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 I'm gonna click other.
You put other,
Yeah,
you click other.
I click other, and then they ask me. They's like, "Yo, sex? Yes." You know what I mean? Like, no,
No, but
no.
it's real though, because when I interview people and I ask them that question, like, what do you want to classify yourself as? A lot of people start to click other because there is no one classification because we all got stuff in us.
Okay, you literally just waved at me.
I know, just to have it. So what do you? Oh yeah,
All
because
right.
you're on your computer too.
Yeah, yeah.
I
You
gave
know
up on
what?
my computer. It was giving me trouble. You put 911 as your emergency contact.
I could believe that too.
I'm gonna have to try that.
Now
Huh?
I put Christian Mingle on as mine. You know
Crazy.
what I mean?
So how much longer you got there tonight before you roll out?
I'm good.
Oh, good. Okay.
I'm good.
So where can people look for you at? Like your next album, your next movie, your next book that you say you were doing,
I'm
which will
all
be
over.
about.
I'm not telling nobody what it's about, but if y'all understand what this conversation was
I
tonight, you know what I
knew
mean? Y'all got a park lip.
I knew you were gonna say that, but I had to try because you already told me that.
Yeah,
But hey, it
yeah,
is what it
yeah.
is.
Now but I moderate my own pages, man. You can follow me on Facebook, facebook.com/official Judah Priest. Hit me up on Instagram at I am Judah Priest. That's JUDAHPRIEST. My website is down right now. I'm going through some maintenance and everything to update, but that's judahpriest.com. I'm on Halanis at Judah Priest. Twitter at I am Judah Priest. My personal email, well, it's on Facebook. Y'all can get it over there. You know what I mean?
Yeah. You have a few things. And yeah, Angel, I started on a computer, but then it was lagging and I yanked it out the wall by accident. So yeah, I'm back on the phone. Um, so with that being said, I will upload this as well to IG because we were supposed to be there. Oh, is Judy your real name?
Nah. And
Nah.
Sean Gardner, not my real name either. Was my real name, but you know what I mean? You know,
You were given that name at birth.
no. My real name
Okay,
is
what name were
my.
you given
I'm not telling y'all.
it? Look, I could
My name
try.
is
Why not?
my name is Sean, but Gardner is my father's last name. You know what I mean? My whole name is hyphenated. You know what I mean? Deshaun Gardner dash whatever that is at the end. Only certain
Whatever
people
that
would
is
know.
at the end.
Yeah.
What,
Read my book,
a
you may
tribe
find
called
out.
Quest? Huh?
How you doing, Angel?
Look, Asha.
But my
So you
but
said
my
read your
but
book,
my
go find
mother
out.
my but my mother calls me Judah. You know what I'm saying?
That's
Like
true.
every, you know what I mean? Yeah, everybody calls me Judah. You know what I mean? Some people call me priest. Some people call me priesthood. You know what I mean? My given name is just my given name, but the name that represents me is Judah. You know what I mean? When you look up,
Okay.
if you understand this conversation tonight and you understand the you know what I mean, the meaning behind what Judah and what priest is, like you asked me earlier, then you will really understand why everybody calls me Judah. That's that power. That's that
Yeah.
head. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Like
I do.
so,
I'm always texting you questions. Like you like, okay, come on.
nah,
You
I
get
mean,
tired of my questions? I'm
not at
naturally
all.
nosy.
Nah,
Okay.
it don't bother me.
I'm inquisitive, people. I know it drives some of y'all crazy.
That
But
don't bother me. You know what I mean? It just depends when I'm gonna hit you right back, cause you know I'll be in transition. You know what I mean?
no, you always hit me back with that's not the right question.
Yeah, very
What
much.
classifies as the correct question for you? Because I always get that from you.
Say that again. I was looking at my brother being retarded right now.
Why do you last name cash at me for oh geez me Christmas? Why do you always tell me that's not the correct question?
Cause it's not the correct question. No, it's just that simple.
So
Like
how do you phrase questions to make them correct then?
it depends how it's being asked. It's a puzzle. I'm
Jeez
a
me
mystery. Like
Christmas.
you know me. Everything is a mystery with me. I mean, I'm up front with everything, but when it comes down to a person asking questions, you know, what I mean, there's always a rebuttal. There's always a question to that question, because if you asking me this, you could be asking it wrong, you know. But if you want the definitive answer, there's another way that it be worded. You know what I mean? Why is so? What gave you the name Judah Priest? The better question is why not? And the reason why is why not is because you have to understand that names is we are given names that signifies who we are. Yo, Supreme. She told me I could cuss, so fuck you. Um, now bipolar
Hey,
that.
I didn't tell him to tell you that though.
No, if everybody knows my brother though. That's my brother though. I'm not bipolar. You know what I mean? But nah, like we have to understand that the names that we are given and the names that we're being called signifies who we really are. You
They
know what I'm
hold
saying?
power.
So sometimes people will go by names that doesn't really truly represent them. Like a person can name himself Supreme, but you Supreme of what?
Hmm.
You say you call yourself the Resurrector. What are you resurrected?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're bipolar that. Nah, but you know, but seriously, like you know, so many people name Lexus and they look like Buicks. You know what I'm saying? And it's not because they physical looks; it's how it's they attributes of, you know what I mean, how they choose to live their life. You know what I mean? So why not
True.
Judah? Why
Why
I
not?
speak in power.
He's supreme of the wobble.
Nah,
Wobble,
pre,
baby.
yo, yeah, you know, you heard the song. You know what I mean? Spring got a song called Queen of the Wobble. That's a different story. You know what I mean?
Look, I bring okay.
I'm not
Hmm.
even going to.
Okay.
I'm not even going to touch that. But no, again, so why not Judah? If my name is a representation of me, then why shouldn't that be my name? Not why is because I am who you know what I mean of what I call myself, as far as
So
studying others and being able to understand self. You know what I mean?
you
Judah,
named
me,
yourself Judah.
me and my grandmother came up with it on her deathbed
Oh, cool.
because I'm Israel. I mean, we Israel, and to be Israel, you have to understand from things from which you come from. And you can't just have a representation and not know who you truly are. You know what I mean? So again, if the word Judah means power, and I speak in power every day, and I walk with confidence, and my footsteps is guided by power, then why not Judah? To be called a priest, you know what I'm saying? To be a high priest in any council, you are royalty.
Yeah.
To be a priest, then you have to be a teacher. So why not Judah priest? Because those is attributes that I walk in every day. When I go to sleep, I sleep in power. I wake up in power. You know what I mean? Judah also means joy. I'm joyous. You know what I mean? So why
Yeah.
why not? Do what this whole life we have spent time educating. That is the priesthood in me. Of being able to be a philosopher, an educator. I have to be able to influence, not just by words, but by actions also. You know what I mean?
So, what do you want people to remember about you? Like, what you want your legacy to be?
But the question is, what is my
Cheesy.
what is my
What's
legacy?
your legacy? Okay,
What
what's
is
your
my
legacy?
legacy? To be able to be influential, not only, you know what I mean, as far as what I do, but how I live.
Wait a minute, Judah. For some reason, you just went down on me. I
That's
can
what
barely
somebody
hear you. Wait
calling
a
you.
minute.
See, I told you put it on airplane mode.
I love technology. Oh, because somebody's calling me. Stop. Hang up.
You sure that's your phone?
Yeah. All right, what are you saying?
I forgot.
You said, wait a minute. Now it's, nope, in call volume. Wait a minute. Oh, I hate technology. One sec. All right. Back.
Yeah, what was you talking about?
I can barely hear you still. Whatever.
Yeah.
Bipolar. Cat.
Hey, Preem already cussed you out once, man.
Okay.
Oh wait, we got a question. We got a question in here. Judah, are you a perfectionist? No. There's no such there's no such thing as perfection. We could become close to perfection, but we can never be we could never have perfection. You know what I mean? We just have a purpose. You know what I mean? We as individuals, we as people are not, you know what I mean, we are born in sin, we are born in flesh, so we can never be perfect. So nah, I just look to solve the equation. Everything is mathematical. You know what I mean? It's not about what you do, it's how you calculate what you are doing. Now, you know, I talk to Preem and everybody all the time. You know what I'm saying? I don't care what we do, as long as we take the time out, you know what I mean, to put some serious thought behind it, you know what I mean? And literally, you know what I mean, literally take our studies and weigh the best options before we make a move. Too many people, you know what I mean, just move off of impulse. I'm not impulsive. I say impulsive shit all the time, but nah, perfection and nah. Just okay, I'm not perfect.
You like calling people stupid.
That's what he said. That's what
Huh?
Preem said. That's what Preem said. Preem said that.
No.
Yo, nah, I
Just
don't call nobody.
observation.
Nah, I don't call people stupid. I mean, it's just levels. It's just levels.
Okay.
You can't call you can't call a person who is seeking knowledge and wisdom stupid.
True.
It's those who lack that knowledge and wisdom and don't want it. You know what I mean? That's what we call the dumb, deaf, and blind. You know what I mean? Those who are given knowledge and don't seek to live, you know what I mean, or be influenced by it, but they will continuously want to be blinded. You know what I mean? Like these old ass men walking around with their pants hanging off their ass, not understanding that you're an example. Can't tell it like just like these parents who went out there and they tell their kids, I don't want you to be like me when you grow up. You know what I mean? So don't drop out of school, but you dropped out of school. You see what I'm saying?
Repeating that
Like
generational thing.
very much. Yeah, nah.
Anyway.
No dumb
Hey,
question, but some
Judah.
dumbass people. Yo,
There go the glasses.
yeah, yeah.
Um, I appreciate your time, man.
Hey, anytime I'm around. what I do.
You know, I'll continue to text you questions just out of curiosity.
Yeah, you know I answer. You
Yep,
know.
yep.
Well, I'm telling you now, you know, now that we're familiar with one another, you know I'm a douchebag though. So don't be surprised at some of the replies that you get back. You know what I mean? But it's not because I'm
Look,
mad or
so
anything. If I rock out with you, then you know what I'm saying. Y'all get the real Judah. You get to see the douchebag side. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Hey, Preem, I bet you could see
definitely.
me.
Huh?
No, Preem, to what I see you. Nah, these not prescriptions, man.
Oh, I see you.
It's just for a look, son.
Good.
I thought I was being
All right,
philosophical,
so
so
you guys,
I had to throw my you know what I mean? You know what I mean on.
give a-
You know what I mean? But I can see clearly. 2020, you already know. Not no 4 eyes.
yeah, it's all good. So, all of you guys, I appreciate you guys tuning in. This will be on there. Reshare it with your friends. Follow Judah. Um, follow Get It Got It Good G3, and definitely tune in tomorrow. Where's your joy? Since you're so full of joy, she said, "Where's your joyous side?"
Right there. Nah,
follow,
no, wait,
follow
no, no.
G3.
I did.
Watch tomorrow's show. What'd you
I
say?
gave, I gave my joyous side. You know what I'm saying? I have a joy having like these in-depth conversations. You know what I'm saying? And the challenge of us. I just don't smile a lot. That's all. You know what I mean?
Just you just seem not happy, I guess, to
Nah,
people.
that's just me. You know what I mean? It's that Staten Island. Like, see, y'all got a smile right there, but nah, I don't. This just me. This is just how I am.
Yeah,
You know.
it's all good. So I will catch up with you later.
You already?
Shout out Gloria Talley,
Yes, sir. It's
GT
GT managed
Management,
all day, all day. You
right?
already know.
Definitely follow her as well. Um, the show tomorrow has Miss Marilyn Adriana David coming on, so definitely watch that on the WBGR Health and Wellness channel. And we will talk to you guys later on
Oh,
Facebook. If you have any questions for either of us,
before we go, I got to do a shameless plug though.
do it. Yeah, definitely.
All right, yo, so check it. Tomorrow night, Boston. You know what I mean? The anniversary of Wu-Tang Clan's album. You know what I mean? Enter the 36 Chambers. You know what I mean? We've been doing the anniversary tour. Y'all can check me out in Boston at Boston Winery. You know, I'll be live on stage with my brother Buddha Monk, Zoo Ninjas, Dungeon Master, and we'll have some surprises. You know what I mean? There's going to be a Young Dirty Bastard. We'll have some surprises on there. But you also can check me out. If y'all in the Philly area, I'll be in Philly in July. Got some things like really popping off as far as the show. Salute to my 144,000 chosen few GT management squad. You already know. You know what I mean? My KMT. You know what I mean? KTM, you already know. My frat house, the Hive, and everybody. But Boston, you know what I'm saying? We in the building tomorrow. Boston Winery. Get your tickets.
So somebody asked about the DMV area on IG.
Yeah, I just left there. I'm always in the DMV.
Hey. All right, you guys. Thanks for tuning in. Um, Reshare, repost. Judah, I will holler at you later.
All right, salute. Thanks for having me.
No problem.
Peace.